everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be about the most long-lasting perfumes. I'm talking about 5+ hours. You can smell them the next day, girl. You can wash your clothes and they will still smell. That insane that these perfumes last that long. So the first one we have up is Ambery Cedarwood. This one is by Dossier. It is an inspiration of Alien by Mugler. Let me tell you, girl, this lasts so long. I was very impressed. Before I let you know a little bit more, this is a collaboration with Dossier. You guys already know the drill. They have a lot of affordable perfumes. If you're looking into trying out perfumes or you want to start a collection, they are an amazing brand to try out. So you can try out a lot of different scents and brands. They have so many, and I actually just noticed that they added 2 new perfumes in the women's section, and I'm super excited because I want them for myself as well. The one that they just added is the Jimmy Choo I Want Choo, and it is called Powdery Peach. I'm so excited because I do love that perfume. I have the 1.3 ounce of it and I'm almost running out. The other one that they just added is the Powdery Jasmine, which is inspired by Viktor and Ralph's Good Fortune, which is their new perfume, and again, it's $30. Dossier, try them out. They offer 20% off for new users. They have discount codes. They have great sales all year round. A lot of you tell me all the time that you try Dossier and you really like them. They have some brands that sometimes discontinue fragrances or they're just too expensive. Chances are they might have what you're looking for, so go give them a look, go give them a try. The Ambery Cedarwood, this one here, I was very shocked when I wore this. When I smelled it, it smells very identical to the original. As soon as you smell it, you don't even have to spray it. It hits you with that ambery jasmine note that the Alien is so famous for. I did wear this one out so that I could test it out. I could test the longevity and everything, and that's how I came to the conclusion. This lasted me for more than 5 hours, and I was very shook because although I do love Dossier, I have always said that their perfumes, most of them, I haven't tried all of them, but most of the ones I've tried last on me about 2, 3, 4 hours the max, and this one took me by surprise. It lasted on my clothing so long that I was like, I have to share it with the girlies because it is definitely worth it. If you were an Alien lover, if you just like the DNA, you don't want to spend the money on it, trust me, this one is for you. So next up we have Donna Born in Roma by Valentino. This one is one that lasts on me for an entire day, an entire week. If you don't wash a certain piece of clothing, this will be on there. Sometimes even after you wash it, you can still smell it. That is insane, but it does that. This one is very feminine, very sexy. I'm not here too much to talk about the scents of them. I'm just here to tell you which ones are the ones that last me the longest, but I will tell you that this is a very sexy, sweet, spicy type of fragrance for women or men, whoever wants to wear it, but it does last so long. Personally, I do apply about 6 pumps of this, and like I said, it will be on your clothing the whole night, the whole day till the next day. This one is a strong one. Next up we have Miss Belle by Jean Paul. This one does also last until the next day, until you wash your clothing. Very sexy, edible pear type of fragrance. Very strong. If you like fragrances that are strong, this one is definitely for you. You should give it a try. And yeah, I think I've always said that this one is like my go-to when I know if I'm gonna be outside. It's a beautiful fragrance for the winter time because the coldness mixes very well with this DNA, and I think it's great for outdoors, but it also in a sense is also very personal. So if you put this one on and you're next to somebody, it's still not gonna choke them out, but it definitely, they will smell you, girl, and that is what we want. So give this one a try. Next up is Miss La Vie et Belle by Lancome. This one is a very heavy patchouli type of fragrance. It's very strong, and I personally love the dry down of this. I think it's beautiful, very feminine, very sexy, more than the opening. So this is one that I have to wait for it to dry down to really enjoy it. but yes, either way, it's last on me until the next day. This one is so strong that you don't need a lot of sprays of this. I feel like 4 is the max when it comes to Belle, but trust me, spray it on your clothing and you will be smelling these forever. This is a tip for all your fragrances. Your clothing will always hold fragrance way more than your skin, so you can always apply that tip to any perfume you're trying to make last longer. But with these that already have that very strong notes in them, it's just gonna last forever. You're gonna have to wash it off if you want the fragrance to go away. Next up, we have YSL's Libre Intense. This one, I would say, gives me about a good 6 hours, which is amazing. Honestly, it is. But this one is one that is not as in your face as Belle or La Belle. So this one is more of that, more softer, floral, very warm, still warm, but definitely not in your face. It's very intimate scent as well. Perfect for if you're gonna be super close, like in a closed group. I think it's not too intoxicating, but it does last. I never have to reapply with this one. I do a good 5 pumps of this one and I'm good to go for the rest of the day. Don't have to reapply it. It's really good. It's a very sexy scent. I absolutely adore the Intense, and as well as the original. I will say the original does last, but this one lasts longer than the original in my opinion. Next up, we have Vanilla 28 by Kayali. Now this one is extremely strong, and I mean it because I'm not sure what is in here, but personally when I put this one on, I have to hold my breath in when I spray this because it's very strong and it always makes me sneeze. I don't know if I'm the only one, but that always happens to me. But the dry down of this is absolutely beautiful. It's a very strong, sexy vanilla, nothing too cupcake like, but it's still sweet. It just has a darkness, like a dark twist to a vanilla, and it's very beautiful. It does last on me until like the next day. With this one, I say I do apply about 5 to 6 pumps of this one and I'm good to go. I don't reapply. You make sure you apply most of it on your clothing. I feel like if I do 6 sprays, it's gonna be 2 sprays on my skin and the rest of them is going to be on my clothing, whatever I'm wearing, and that usually does the trick for me. Next up, we have Carolina Herrera's Good Girl. This one without a doubt is one of my strongest as well. This one is one that will last me until the next day, until I have to wash it off of my clothing. Very sexy fragrance for women. It's very strong. This one is one of the ones that is in your face, but I absolutely love it. This one was one of my first designer fragrances that I ever had, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and till this day I still love the heel. I love a lot of the heels actually. I know a lot of people think they're overrated, but personally they have a special place in my heart and they always will. But yes, very strong. It's a very heavy floral, gourmand, coffee, ambery type of fragrance, and beast mode, like I said, will last you. Great for going out, very outdoorsy space. Winter time, this one is your go-to. This one is my go-to for that type of scenario, that type of place. I don't know how you say it, that type of environment. This one shines, and I always get compliments on this one. Okay, so this one is kind of like an honorable mention because it's not one that is going to last you until the next day or more than 6 hours. I think I give this perfume about a good 4 to 5, which is still good considering the price range. It is the Extra Concentrated by Ede Juice. I never know how to pronounce this brand, but it is the gold one, and this one is very inexpensive. I think you could get it for like $20 for the price, like I said, and the 4 to 5 hour range. It's really good. It's a very sparkly type of appley scent. The reason why I think this one lasts a really long time is because there is a patchouli note in here, and that note lingers and it helps really stand out, and it helps last a long time, and it does really help the fragrance stick and last for those 4 or 5 hours, which is a really amazing thing because honestly I have other perfumes that cost way more and they don't even last 2 hours. So I thought I would just throw it in here just in case you were looking for a more affordable perfume. But yes, that is all the perfumes. These are the perfumes that I always go for if I know that maybe I'm gonna be gone for the day and I can't reapply it, or I won't be able to reapply. I know that once I apply these will be sticking to my clothing, and I don't need to over spray or reapply, and people will still smell the fragrance because I've tested them out. People can still smell them after 8 hours, and they always let me know, like, you smell so good. These are the ones that do that for me. So I'm very grateful to have a couple at least that I can not be afraid that they're gonna fade away really fast. Of course, reapplying is not always a big deal, but some people don't have the luxury to maybe sneak off and go spray themselves and come back. You know, there's always scenarios where you can't do it, so it's always good to have a little bunch where you can just spray at your house and then go about your day and still smell good throughout the whole day. But anyways, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in my next video.